singing your song there, though? That was lovely.
2.
The red light's on the district.
Now it's time to
Heads
clap.
up, folks.
You got the clap in the red light district. You better wrap it up, wrap it up, so you don't get cooties on your downstairs pots or your upstairs pots either. 'Cause you can probably get cooties in any of the pots that you're touching when you touch the pot.
When you're rubbing your pots.
Don't mind my dirty hands. I've been over.
Gardening?
No, well, not really. I've been on horsey chore duty for
Gardening horsey
a
relationships, you could say. Nurturing, blossoming, trust and comfort in.
Salty. What do you think of that? Salty's like, I don't know. He's like, my haircut's a little bit crooked, but I'm all right with it. It kind of makes it look like he's like, what? Because like the side, the chin's longer on one side, and then the opposite side, it's like his eyebrow hair is a little longer. Puppies are fun to trim. I just do little bits
over there
at a time. I got distracted because I was looking at the dog trying to get out of that conversation. Anyways, yeah, I've been looking after some horses. Oh, BG here from the We Can't Pick a Title podcast.
JT right here.
J to the tizzy over there. And yeah, I guess I just I'm on today's my last day of like looking after people's horses while they're away day.
Horse sitting?
Yeah, I think it's 6 days in a row. 5 with our usual horsies, and then our friend Alyssa asked if I could watch the horses just in the mornings on the last couple days. So that was fun. It was nice to reconnect with Angelina because I've known her for like 5 years. That little horse. I always forget how tall she is because she's a thoroughbred.
How tall is she?
I don't know, probably 16 too. I'm not sure. And then her buddy, her paddock buddy, is a miniature stallion. So he's like a miniature horse, but he's like a ungelded boy. There's no way he could, you'd have to park her in the ditch or something or get her while she's laying down. But
how short is he?
He's so short. He's like maybe to my knees.
Oh, yeah.
It's adorable.
That's great.
And then because they're side by side, they're like that classic Mutt and Jeff, opposites kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which I wonder where Mutt and Jeff comes from.
They were like vaudeville sort of act back in the day.
Okay.
Like a Laurel and Hardy. They were Mutt and Jeff, and one was like a bigger, fatter guy, and the other guy was like really small and short.
Okay.
And like skinny. I don't know about skinny, but the only reason why I really know that is because my buddy Neil and Neil's like, I don't know, 5'4".
Okay.
And in fit shape.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of deal. And so back in the day when we were hanging out as kids, I was always a bigger, taller kid. And he wasn't. So, so we'd always say, hey, Mutt and Jeff. Hey, Mutt and Jeff.
Okay.
And then one day I had to look it up and be like, what is all this about?
Like,
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Am I the Mutt or am I the Jeff?
Yeah. Well, and I always thought it was like mutton.
Oh, like
sheep meat, lamb meat, or whatever. Yeah.
Meat.
Yeah. I don't know if it's old.
Salty needs his mustache scratched just
I think
now.
mutton is just, it's like beef, but,
Yeah. Okay. But out of sheep.
I keep screwing up here.
It's old lady sheep's. It's not the lamb. Everybody wants to eat the lamb.
Right. Yeah.
The muscle hasn't been used yet because it's just only a year old.
And goat? Is that mutton? No, that's just goat.
That's just goat meat.
It's just goat meat.
Maybe
Weird
old goat meats. I don't know.
I wonder if there is a thing for that. Like you don't say cow meat, you say beef. You don't say pig meat, you say pork.
Maybe Jeff eats mutton.
But you say turkey. Maybe Jeff eats mutton. Mutton Jeff. That's where it came from.
I just thought that was the person.
Oh, the birdie hates it.
He's like, don't eat lambs if you can help it. They're so soft.
I saw a thing about foul-mouthed African grey parrots in the zoo. And it's like the London Zoo or something. I can't remember where.
Those ones that they had to like put away in the back room because they were all like...
Yeah, they were all...
Swearing it up?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. And,
I think we talked about that a little bit before. You have an update?
Yeah, they've now had to move them, or their plan is to move them because they're not getting any better or any nicer, and now it's a whole public thing, and people are like... I would think people are going there just for that.
Oh, fuck, I'd have
Keep
a great
it around,
time. I'd be like, dress them in like a sailor theme or have like a sailor style, like a ship that they're on in their little habitat, and then just let her rip. Just walk the plank, you filthy scumbucket.
Because they're pirates too.
Well, you just teach them a few new ones, and then just go for a theme of it. Just sailor trash talking.
Oh, I like that.
Trash talking parrot.
Lean into
pavilion.
It. That's the way zoos are. Mainly, is they're further
fucking shit. They fucking should be.
Dressing up the animals
because of the swearing there. Sorry, Dad.
Oh, I see where you're going with that.
Yeah, because of the.
So anyway,
swearets.
They're nice African gray swearets.
Yes, nothing.
Their plan now is to move them over into an area where there's nicer birds that don't know to swear or to anything, and they think that
so they are opening the pavilion. They're wanting more swearing birds.
Yeah, exactly. That's,
right? Like, if you have one cool kid that knows some good swears, like, come into your school, like, unless they got a heavy influence over these other parrots, they're going to just all pick it up, too.
Well, exactly, yeah. It's never the good kids that all of a sudden have influence on the bad kid. I mean, sometimes, but not usually. It's usually, the other way around, right?
Especially if there's a reaction, because people are going to be like, oh,
for sure.
Not supposed to say that.
That's hilarious.
But maybe the other parrots aren't going to react. They're just going to be like, gibberish. Gibberish.
That's great. Watch your mouth out with soap.
Yeah. How dare you? Fortune. That's from the Handsome podcast.
Ooh, speaking of Handsome podcast.
Tignotera. Oh, I got this super awesome birthday present from our good friend Soma from Soma Says.
Soma Says.
So Soma says for us to check out the Handsome podcast when it first came out, maybe within the last year. And so it's got Fortune Feimster, Mae Martin, and Tig Notaro on there. And they are really funny. Totally.
And Thomas.
And Thomas, yeah. And they're fantastic. It's lots of fun. And so they had some merch out. And so Soma got me, one of them is like Pretty Little Lady. So is one of their things. So I've got...
Yay!
She got me a Pretty Little Lady t-shirt. And she got... keep it handsome, because that's their slogan at the end. They're like, and remember, keep it handsome. So it's a comedy podcast. Totally check it out if you can. But
and she got like the sleeveless or whatever, I think, right?
Yeah, because they had like unisex stuff, or you could get like classic masculine or more feminine stuff. And so mine, because this one's like gender neutral, it's hard to know what the size actually is going to be. Because if you guys want to send me stuff, I wear like a 2X in men's, but I wear like a 3X in ladies for tops because of the old 38Ms taking up lots of... And it has nothing to do with my back bacon, I'm sure, or my thick arms. No. Or my tummy.
It's the size issue with the industry.
Yeah,
that's
weird.
What it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Anyways. Speaking of size, we started drinking orange Julius's the other day because I was like...
That's a good segue.
Well, I don't know. I drink lots of water, and we're over here pretty isolated, so there's no like, let's go for a milkshake or a, I don't know, whatever things people can get, like a smoothie or whatever. So we were on like smoothie kick for like 5 years or something like that during our like big weight loss thing for the Spartan race. But then we kind of got sick of making smoothies, and we do sometimes. But I was like, I just want something like, cold and frothy and, you know, but not boozy because we're not really booze drinkers. And then Jason looked up how to make an orange Julius online, and it's like frozen orange juice, which we always have, almost always have. And then like bit of sugar, which
not as much, actually, is surprising.
Yeah, for like 40 years, I wasn't really eating sugar because I'm like, it's going to make me fat. And then I'm like, you know what, I'm kind of, anyway, so whatever.
Kind of anyways.
I've eaten a part of a cheesecake in one sitting, so I don't think like quarter cup of sugar between the two of us is that big a deal.
Get a smoothie full of fruit and other stuff, yeah.
So anyways, it's like you're supposed to use milk, but I think we used coconut milk. the one time, and then another time all we had was Cremo, because we don't really do milk, but I have Cremo for my coffee.
Half and half.
So we just mix that with water, or if you want it really indulgent, you just do that. And a shot of vanilla in there, vanilla extract, and ice cubes.
Right.
And so Jason made it that way like a few times, and they were really good. And then the one time I'm like, oh, I'm going to whip one up. And we had frozen strawberries, and I was like, just had them out on the counter and was going to add them in, like less ice cubes, more frozen strawberries. And then Jason's like, remember they have like the strawberry flavor? And I was like shaking the frozen strawberries in there. I'm like, yep, just a little bit ahead of you there.
That used to be one of my favorites. I remember when they went from
the
like
mix,
because they just had straight orange Julius for however long, forever, and then all of a sudden it was like pineapple and mango and strawberry and all kinds of other stuff.
Mix it up, throw some frozen fruit in there. You get a little fiber with your with your strawberry deliciousness. Anyways, so we've been I guess it's maybe been about a week, and we've made them 4 or 5 times now. We're like, oh, these are great.
Totally losing weight.
Might have gone up a pound, but I also haven't been walking as much as I was before. We've been outside doing yard work, so I haven't been like getting in my steps intentionally, like taking the dog for walks. You know, I mean, we do walk around a lot, and he's outside playing with us, but I haven't been like trying to get my 6,000 steps every single day. So it's been like a couple of weeks now, I think, that I haven't been doing that, and.
Yeah.
I guess it's time to get back to it.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
You know, it was feeling pretty good there.
With the going for walks?
Yeah, just as far as
because you were going out more often too.
Yeah. It's sort of a weird catch-22 with me because, like, with my lack of cartilage in my body, things get sore pretty quickly. So it's like my knees and hips get sore, but I also like it and it feels good and less inflammation and everything else. So it's sort of...
Yeah, you move around, it lubricates your joints.
And the more I do it, the better it feels. But also the more I do it...
Wait, are you talking about tooting now?
The more compounding it sort of gets. Like as far as soreness and stuff too. You know?
Yeah.
So it's sort of... I almost need to do like a long walk one day and then the next day just... I don't know, puttering around the yard and lifting things and, you know, that kind of stuff, or more of a
cross-training
yoga kind
situation
of thing or something instead.
Diversify your working out.
Exactly.
Yeah, because that's going to help.
Diversify, you know. Diversify my orange Juliuses, that's for sure.
Yep.
So Dad was saying, remember we had...
we asked about the
watermelon
or cantaloupe.
Yeah, for sure. And how did he word it on there?
He asked why there aren't any other elemental melons.
Oh, right. All right. I just have elemelons in my head.
Because there's watermelon. Why isn't there a fire melon or an earth melon or a...
Elemental...
What's the other elements?
Elemental element.
There's wind.
There's like... Depending on what game
Wind
you play.
melon.
Sometimes the games that play like with elements and stuff. I can't remember. Maybe it's D&D. They started adding like metal or iron and stuff like that as an element. And I mean, salt technically is an element, right? And lead and everything is an element. But usually it's the 4 big ones, right?
Would you want to eat an earth melon? Would that be? Would that just be a mushroom?
Wouldn't that just be a melon?
Well,
they don't grow on trees.
Because the watermelon has lots of water in it, right?
It comes from the dirt. You know? Oh, so like a melon full of dirt?
I don't know. I would just think like a mushroom, like a big puff mushroom would kind of be your
dirt melon?
Your dirt. Okay. Yeah.
Jeremy Clarkson calls them space
melon.
penises.
Yeah.
But that's a whole different thing.
It's Jeremy, though.
You know?
And then just like a fire melon, would you want to eat that? Would that be like lava, or would it be like actual, just chili peppers? It's just so spicy you can't even eat it.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Really dry and burns your face.
Or like a melon that you could cook. You know, put in the oven.
Or you just and then put some put some rocks around it, throw one of those in there, and then cook a can of beans on top.
There you go, little fire melon. I like that.
I think they would be difficult to harvest and distribute and package, right? Well, I think the cost would be pretty high.
But the rind keeps everything encased.
Oh,
right?
it's like a
the watermelon
dino
doesn't
egg
leak
kind of
water
thing.
until you open it up.
Okay.
So it wouldn't leak fire until it opened up, and it wouldn't
Right.
leak wind. My melon sometimes leaks wind.
Well, you were asking if there was
They
any
call me
kind of
windmelon.
other vegetables or fruits and
Well, that's
that would be elemental. Like, are there other?
wind lettuce. I love that one.
That just sounds like you need. It's like whistling through your verge or something through your pubes.
What did you call it there?
Your verge.
Your verge?
I think that's
Is
what
that
they call that, like a hedge, kind of in
Oh,
Britain or
okay.
something.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's great. On your verge.
trimming the verge.
Be like a bushy hedge kind of thing, I
Yeah,
guess.
but
or-
in the back because there's wind coming out of it.
Oh, I see. Oh,
Like one of
okay.
those butt hedges.
For
you see.
your wind lettuce in your back
Yeah,
area there.
Exactly. I don't want any wind lettuce. That's a no for me.
I'm making that code for farts now. Yeah. Sorry, I've just made some wind lettuce.
And then you sip on your orange Julius and like rise up a little
Because
bit.
it's fancy, you know?
Oh, okay. Not because it like hurts your piles.
Yeah, that's what gets you up. Whoop. Yeah.
Whoop, letting her out. Okay. All right. So a wind melon. Would there be uses for these other melons? Do you think?
Well, but that's the thing. I mean, because
Elemental
water
melons?
is like
Life.
enriching you.
Yeah.
It adds some
Life
sort of
source.
something
Yeah.
when you eat it. But I mean,
Yeah.
and can I breathe in the air melon? Is it like you crack it open? Oh,
Maybe.
it just tastes like melon.
Maybe
still?
that's what's gonna save the ozone.
Because aren't you doing that anyway when you smell a watermelon? You just
could-
take it in the
You
air
like
of
take it
that
to space with you
watermelon?
or in the ocean, and then you just
Okay.
like pop a little straw in there.
Okay. So I'm gonna say
An
that
air
the
melon?
pressure would probably explode the melon first on
Well,
the way up, but
I don't
It's
think
some
you're
sort of-
going all the way down. This is like a free dive situation.
right. Okay.
Yeah. So if you're like going down to
Okay.
like somebody dropped their
Drop my watermelon
dropped their keys
in the ocean.
They float.
Oh, right.
Like if you dropped your keys, don't ask me how I know. If you dropped something important to you in the ocean and you had to like go down and get it, then you'd take one of the air melons with you down there, and then you'd have like a little valve on the side,
ya.
and you could like pop it in there, and
I get ya.
just so you could swim around
And
a
don't confuse
little
it
bit
with a
more.
fire melon.
Yeah, I
Maybe down in
mean,
the bottom. That could be
your eyebrows will be
disastrous.
done, but maybe not because you're in the water.
I kind of like that idea though. Air melon. I don't know. I'd like to see that on like a alien fantasy world show movie kind of thing. Something
How's
like that.
your script
where, like,
coming along and stuff?
Oh, good.
Yeah, am I supposed to ask about that?
No,
or
that wasn't
Don't-
a segue to that
Oh,
at
okay.
all.
Okay,
No.
don't talk about
It
it.
literally just popped in my head
Just
of like,
shh.
I kind of want to build that now where, some people that you can like, hey, we're going to go diving. And just pull a little thing off a melon, off a tree or something, or off the ground and
Off its
take
vine.
it down with you, and just, you can either crack it open and put it up your face, or
I think
like
just
the
like
straw
the little
idea,
straw
but then
thing.
you got to take a straw down with you.
Those sea turtles are gonna put it right up their nose.
Exactly,
Fucking
then we're gonna put the
turtles.
straw. I guess if it's a metal straw,
Colombian turtles.
you keep with you.
It's Colombian sea turtles.
They come with their own straws.
They do.
For sneezing.
They're already stuffed up there. Don't leave your straws in the ocean,
My new
people.
band name, Colombian Sea Turtle.
I like it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for asking. My script is coming along very nicely.
That is good, Jason. I am proud of you, and I mean it.
Yay!
Inside joke. We can talk about it or not talk about it. That's okay.
Well,
It's exciting. You're getting some stuff done.
I think I was just feeling like, not defeated, but I don't know, all alone in my struggle to get the script going and the project, I guess I should say, because the script is done. Mm-hmm. Well, could use
First
could use
draft
10 more
and
drafts
some-
or whatever.
yeah.
It can always use more, whatever.
It
but
can be customized.
it's enough that the project can now move forward
Mm-hmm.
and move on to the next step, which each step is technically about 10 steps.
Yeah.
And you have to do this thing to be able to get that thing
You
going.
have to have
gotta
some
this to
concept
be able to
art
get
so that people
going,
know
and
what you're even thinking of and all of that stuff.
get 'em
So
on. And it really works. Like
Yeah.
the people that I showed the concept art to, they're like, "Oh, I'm hooked. I want to know more. I automatically want to know more about that." So it definitely works and it helps. And yes, I had to use AI to get it.
yeah, it's
And-
I think it's Is it okay if I could jump
For
in
sure.
there?
Yeah. I'm used to it.
I think that there's like, a time and a place for AI, and I think as somebody that doesn't draw, and that's not one of my skills or talents, and you definitely did reach out to people like, hey, is there anybody that wants to collaborate on this or whatever? I've got ideas for my script. I need, we don't have a budget. Yeah. And of course, everybody was like, "Fuck you if you don't have a budget,"
that was a big
which is
part of it.
fine. I mean, that's okay. Like, right? People have to have boundaries, and their talent is I don't like having to do free hair for people,
no,
or having people expect it, or any of the other stuff that I'm skilled at and trained to do, having to do it for free or being coerced into it or whatever.
Yeah,
like
sure.
a lot of times, I'm like, you can't just keep giving yourself away. And still feel worth, like, unless there's some major appreciation there. So I understand it's not always going to be available. But that's sort of where AI has come in handy, because you're able to you can kind of brainstorm with AI and be like, okay, well, these are my ideas. And you still have a hand in creating it. You're still investing your time into this AI art. I mean, who knows where its information all came from? I don't know.
It comes from artists and art and millions of pieces of art.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I mean, that's maybe lame that they don't get a chance to have a cut of that. But this isn't the final art for your project either. You know, like, chances are it's going to morph, it's going to change. This is just to get something out there so that the project can get its feet under it, and
a jumping off point.
And hopefully that won't be an issue at all, because when you see the art, you're like, holy shit, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And you spent fucking hours customizing this stuff, so it's not...
And multiple tries.
Yeah.
Over the years of different programs and AI programs and stuff,
So you didn't just, like, go sneak stuff out of the back of somebody's folder and take a dump in there instead, right? Like, I think some artists feel that way, and I'm sorry if any of you guys are offended that's where the art came from, but we're being honest with it. Jason's not saying, I drew this myself.
Well, I think
and down the line, an artist is actually going to be a part of the project. It can't just all be AI.
For sure. I would much rather even be able to just converse back and forth, and I'd rather be able to pay somebody and support that industry and support that artist.
You think about how many artists, like, when it comes down to, like, the people doing the makeup and the costumes and the set design and everybody, the actors, the directors, every little person, every single person that works on the project, catering, all of it, transportation, all of those people, if the project comes to fruition and gets to be made, all of those people are going to have something.
For sure.
You know? Yeah. And I think using a little bit of AI in the beginning to get it out there to be understood and inspired to get made, I think that's exactly what it's for.
Yeah, I'll go on that.
Yeah, we're not saying that the whole rest of the project has to be made that way.
Yeah.
It's just a way to get it out there.
No, and that was always the whole plan, was basically to be able to get something, say, like on Kickstarter, get some stuff out there. And unfortunately, the industry now, I don't know, I shouldn't say unfortunately, because it's two sides to every story or whatever, but like before it was legit that you could, if you're new or you're trying something new, or hey, I've never done concept art, but I've always done lots of other art, then okay, I get either a bit of a discount or some back end points or something.
There was some flexibility in there
because you're new and you're trying something out, and there's collaboration back and forth, and so a lot of times the collaboration you're not necessarily charging full price for.
I've done that with a photographer.
Yeah,
I got to use the images that she created. I did the hair for, and then she gave me like a disc with like 60 photos on, which I never actually did wind up doing anything with.
Oh, yeah.
And it was fun to collaborate with her because her models were great, but sometimes you wind up doing that for some exposure, but...
And I tried on Facebook and a couple other different ways to and I legit put it out there, and I said, hoping for a friends and family rate kind of thing, you know, and I get that that's not cool to ask for necessarily these days.
Yeah, if you're not open to it, don't scold me about it.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at.
I don't have the full budget to be able to afford it right now, but hoping in the future and because there'll always be more work, and if the creature design actually becomes a thing, then of course you're going to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't I get the same person?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, yes, there's studio execs and studio artists and stuff that will probably come into play eventually or whatever, but, you know.
If somebody else buys the whole project and wants to make it themselves.
That's a whole different thing, you know, but then that's where your back end points come into play.
And then
too.
Hopefully if that, if that was the case and it sold and went off to Miramax. It's like, God damn it, Miramax.
Fucking Harvey.
You know, if it goes off to some other big company that can actually make it, if it goes off and say Netflix or something bought it and wanted to make their own, then that frees you up to start another script or flesh out some of the other scripts that are already partially done, which means you're going to need more concept art, which means you're going to have more work for the people that want to be a part of it.
That's my plan.
And have a budget for it.
If I can't come on as also a producer, probably not director, but producer, showrunner, then I'm just going to sell it outright. And I mean, that's the 50th step out of fucking 500 steps, you know, kind of deal still. So, I mean, that's just still hopes and dreams, but you got to have those, I think. And
it's exciting that you're working on it.
Yeah. To me, the AI thing is strictly like a tool, no different than, say, artists nowadays. A lot of them use iPads and tablets and stuff because it's easier. Yes, they still love paper. Of course, you know, and everything, and they go back to that, but it's a lot easier to digitally send something to somebody.
Oh, it takes seconds.
Or detail, or this palette, or this color, and this paint, you know,
saves a tree.
Right, so to me, it's sort of the same thing as like 10 years ago. Whoa, that's a big-ass spider coming down there.
Daddy Longleg just came down. I'll try to get it in front of the screen.
That's not a Daddy Longlegs either. That's
it is.
Different. No, yeah.
Oh, I'd say.
No.
Anyways, you can go back on the puzzle. There we go. Anyways, just dropped
it's the same deal as that. It's no more to me than a tool, but I also understand that that tool possibly, it's not putting anybody out of work necessarily, but it's definitely using their work to make that.
Yeah.
Now, it is compiling millions of pieces of data to make that for me. So how do you...
Yeah.
How do you monetize that
how
down
do you,
to
give
the
that
trickle,
back
right?
to the other people or whatever?
It's almost impossible, right? But
yeah.
So, to me, I'm glad, and what I came up with, I think, is fucking awesome.
I'm so excited about them. They look fucking incredible.
It's better than I even had sort of in my head or early sketches or anything, you know. So so happy that that's sort of another sort of step going, and I'm trying to decide now if I want to do any kind of Kickstarter or Indiegogo was the other one I was thinking of. Remember, I was trying to think there was a couple of different ones and stuff. So but we'll see. So
and having some missing your mom time because she was always down to read whatever you wrote. So
right, we're getting back to why I was feeling shitty.
And I didn't really want to, but like I think it's you know, as far as like not feeling the support for what you're creating, you know, I mean, everybody's like, oh yeah, okay, good job, but it's hard to, you know, there's ups and downs with it. You get excited, and then if nobody else is excited with you, it's like kind of takes the wind out of your sail, and you're like, am I paddling upstream here? Like, is this even worth it? But I think I think make your art, man.
Well, and it was more,
if it gets you excited and you have a story to tell it.
And that's, to me, I think it was like, I don't know. It wasn't along the lines of not supported, because I get support from lots of different other ways, too. You know, like you support me majorly.
With the project?
No, like in lots of other different ways.
Oh, okay.
You know, you
life.
help me in life.
Yeah, okay.
You know, in tons of different ways. And so do others. My family and you know, friends and stuff. And I guess there was just, I was feeling like I needed somebody almost to champion me, almost, and be like, hey, that's what you're doing? That's awesome. Maybe we should, let me read that and be excited about that. And, you know, and I put weird expectations on it, and also was definitely feeling down because my mom was always that.
Yeah, Brenda always stepped up and was like, I want to read it. Yeah. Always had like good feedback.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah,
it was
sure.
never like, oh, I think this guy is stupid, or
And even if it was definitely not her thing. There was stuff I wrote that she would never watch that movie in a million years. Mm-hmm. Not for vulgarity or anything, just not her style.
Yeah.
Violence and whatever else kind of deal. But she would, read the whole thing. And
she was a big reader, though.
And I think she was also really good at grammar, so that was a big part of it too. You know, what's that?
She read like a book a day or something like
sure,
that.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a avid reader.
Yeah, huge reader. So that was always a big one, and I guess because because we're talking about the podcast, we're on the podcast now. That I'll just say the support. I don't really want to bitch about it, I guess.
No, it's been wonderful. The listeners, you guys that have that are listening, we really appreciate you guys. We really appreciate the sharing, passing it around, and it's weird sometimes when you're excited about what you're doing and you share it and you ask other people to share it and they don't. It's like, are you not sharing it because you don't like it, or are you not sharing it because you don't know how? Are you not sharing it because you don't realize that it actually could mean that we can do this and then potentially maybe get paid to do it and then potentially maybe be able to tour around and do this, and like it could grow exponentially.
Yeah.
I know we're doing it for fun. We'd love for it to like jump off, but sometimes when you put your heart and soul into something and you don't see other people excited about it, it can hurt your feelings. If you're already feeling a little low or a little, vulnerable or whatever anyway, or overwhelmed or.
Well, that was a big part of it too. Was I know it's a lot of work and a lot of steps and a lot of stuff that I just feel like I'm doing on my own, which is fine because I kind of prefer that anyways. So that's not the thing. It's more. It's more if nobody else is excited about this, should I be? I am. And I like it. I really love what I wrote out of the whole thing. It's completely different than the first time I wrote it. Then that was stolen on the old laptop and everything. But, I'm proud of it, and I love it, and excited for it and everything. And then I want to make all these moves with it. And there's lots of steps involved and lots of hard work ahead of me. And it's sort of like it's without seeing excitement from others or the need to want to know more about it from others.
Yeah.
I guess maybe that's the best part of it.
Some reassurance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. A little justification of like, I like it, you're doing good, keep it up. Kind of deal, and sometimes that's all you need.
Yep.
And when it's only you telling yourself that, and I shouldn't say only.
It feels like it. Sometimes.
Yeah. And then it just sort of, I don't know. It tends to block me up as opposed to just pushing
letting
through, doing the thing that I like to do,
And so I find for myself, if I'm excited about something and other people aren't, or aren't sharing that they are, or whatever it is, or stuff that I'm passionate about, I find that when I go and look at the people in my life that are, like, hey, I'm out there and I'm doing this, I find I want to support them harder and more.
For sure.
So, like, I would say 80% of the people that are on my Facebook that have businesses or projects they're working on or books or any of that stuff, it costs me nothing to like it or heart it or whatever. And if it's something that vibes with me, I'm going to share it. Or if it's something that I think someone in my friend circle
that's my thing
is going to like, I share it because I want to support them, and I can't always buy the things that or invest or any of that stuff.
Or go to the concert or whatever.
Yeah. But I can be like, hey, my buddy's got a new book out. Boom, here you go. Or, And
a lot of times, depending on your networking and connections, that can be even bigger and better.
Yeah, Yeah, for sure.
A lot more people see it.
Like Soma telling us about the Handsome podcast. And I mean, the Handsome podcast is huge now because everybody tells everybody else. And I mean, it's also three talented, famous comedians. And I'm not saying we're upper echelon like those guys or anything, but it shows how quickly something can gain traction, and now that's something that's super duper steady in their lives. They've got their touring and everything else, but they've also got the podcast.
And they've also paid their dues. They did stand up for,
oh my God,
Take's been doing it for at least 20 years.
30 years or something.
For sure,
yeah,
right?
For
Fortune,
sure.
I know Fortune has at least got to be 10, 15 years of stand up alone.
Yeah,
and acting probably more than that.
A dozen.
May's at least that, and she's young. May's young.
Yeah.
So like, they've paid all their dues over and over and over again to be able to sit and enjoy their podcast.
And I appreciate it when people share stuff with me because, I mean, even if it's not my vibe, it's not my whatever, like having someone think of you and go, oh, hey, maybe they like this.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I feel like we have similar interests, or hey, we both know this person. I want to show you what they're up to or whatever. Yeah. Right? So it's I know when I feel like, oh man, I can't believe nobody got excited about that thing that I did, whether it was a lip sync or something, whatever, which everybody's always excited about our lip syncs. But other projects we've worked on that people it hasn't gained traction and stuff. I when I start to feel bad about it, or I start to be like, well, why doesn't anybody like me? I know that if I go and do that stuff for other people and don't do it as a way to get them to share mine, if I just do it because I know that that's what I need in my life, guaranteed you guys all need your stuff shared around and supported and encouraged too. Definitely. So I find reaching out and offering my support and help to other people when I'm feeling that that's what I need. I mean, sometimes you just don't have it in you, but once you like have a good cry and freak out or drink some mini moonshine bottles or something and giant rum and coke. Jason he doesn't drink, but he had a little piss up there and talked it out.
And there was a lot of other stuff that came out. I shouldn't say a lot of it. It's sort of along the same line stuff, but just really came out.
A lot of the, underlying...
A lot of stuff that obviously had been sitting there for a while and didn't know about.
Not processing it. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to talk about stuff, and if you just bury it down, then when it does come out, you're like, holy shit, look at all this other stuff that I'm also feeling. I'm already like, so I'm just going to throw that in there too, because I'm vulnerable and it's already coming out. Then there you go. Take this too. So it's good to get it out. I mean, we talked it out and are figuring things out and trying to strategize, talking about our feelings and how to support each other better. And that's why I'm trying to be excited about everything Jason does and
not faking it,
because I'm a smart ass and I don't fake it ever. But I'm trying to do like more of a looking you in the eyes and make it uncomfortable so and you're gonna remember that I was supporting you. And it's true. So
it's freaking me out.
Yeah, exactly. So if I'll make it awkward.
Nice. I love your strategy of support.
Well, then you're gonna know. You're gonna remember
make it
that I was
awkward, so you actually don't want it anymore.
And I'm gonna ask all the time, and you're gonna be like, "God damn it, stop asking me about my stuff." I was feeling like I shouldn't ask about stuff because I knew you had a lot going on, and were feeling like overwhelmed. Like, holy crap, I don't know where my life is going and what's going on in it at all. And so for me to be like, and so how's that script going? Did you get the second draft done? I felt like asking about that stuff was going to add more pressure to you. So I wasn't asking about it. I was just like, Jason's doing what he's doing and just trying to be in the moment, in the day with you and not try to bring it up. But I didn't realize that was making you feel like nobody even cares about my script at all or even noticed that I finished it and nobody celebrated. And
I'll admit that I'm not exactly an easy tightrope to walk, because of that.
Because you're vague and mysterious Virgo?
Because sometimes I'm like, don't ask me about that. Hopefully I'm not like this necessarily to you, but I'm like sometimes feel like, don't ask me about that because I don't want to even think about it. I don't want to answer it. I don't want to...
Yeah, I'm here right now. Leave me right where I am.
Yeah, almost. Or admittedly, I did say like at one time, like, I think I'm just going to back burner that for a little bit and work on some other stuff, and that kind of deal. So, but it was like I back burnered the script, but not the project. And like, but did I specify that to you? No,
no,
definitely
I don't know
not,
what's
right?
going on ever.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't care. It's just I don't want to dig.
No, and that's the thing. Is everything you brought up was a super fair point, and everything. It was just like, and I think before, for me, it was like any other time I'd sort of backburnered it, or I don't want to work on this for a while. That's why. For the same reasons as happened the other day.
You didn't feel...
But I just didn't know it. I didn't dig deep enough to realize where it was all coming from. I just assumed it was hard. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm going to do something else.
I was like, you don't have mom anymore to step in there and be like, you're doing good no matter what you're doing, and here's some encouragement on what you could be doing, and this is like, good job. You're creative and you're worth it. Keep plugging away at it, kiddo.
And that's not, like, Dad's super supportive.
No,
100%.
Absolutely. But
like he loves anything that I'm doing.
Everybody's got different things that they bring to the table, right?
Yeah.
Your dad's steadfast and supportive, but he's not like, I read books every single day and I want to read whatever you're writing no matter what it is.
Well, I wish Mom was still around.
Because I'm not a reader either. I'm not. I really am not. Like,
you are now.
I started getting back into it. I did get the Warwick Schiller book last year, I guess. I just lent it to my friend Oriane Lee, and she wrote a book, I think it was 2 years ago, and had it published. So I don't know if she wants it advertised on here or not. But it's The Geography of Belonging. And
who's the publisher?
The publisher is Salmonberry. I have my glasses on. Salmonberry Arts and Publishing, which is like Rex and his late wife and somebody else. Right. And so they've Rex Weiler. So they have a publishing company, and it's so cool. Like it's a love story, and I'm like, love.
That's great. Do that face again.
I don't know. I'm past all the romantic shit, like I'm not over it, but you know what I mean? Like, that's not my kind of story or books or whatever. Like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
So I was excited to read it, but I was like, I don't know if I have $25 to just, run up to the store and get a book or whatever, which I should have done, but I hadn't. And so she has this cool bookmark too that I think this is the new cover for it, and so I have the original cover, and so it's got this QR code at the bottom that you can, which I haven't used yet, but you can scan it, and then it links you to a Spotify list of music that is not choreographed, or whatever, that is suitable for reading the book too. So I haven't checked it out because I don't really do QR code things on my phone.
I assume it's just tons of like Ice Cube and hip hop,
a lot of swears,
hardcore gangster rap
and
kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Easy.
Yeah, that's her vibe, I think.
Mainly.
No. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm not a big book reader, but I'd finished the Warwick Schiller book and had, switched books with her. So I'm like, okay, I'd love to read this one, yours. And I started it out, and like the first, because you're not supposed to do any, like, you're not supposed to read the book or whatever, like, because, there's copyright stuff. But
what? Sorry, you're not supposed to read the book?
Yeah, like you couldn't like read a passage or whatever. I think you're like allowed a couple of sentences or something.
Oh, I see.
But the first couple sentences in the book is talking about not her, because it's a memoir. It's talking about it takes place in Africa, or most of it takes place in Africa. It's talking about this young fella on this horse guided tour thing that she's over there volunteering for. And it's talking about his gun and what kind of gun he has and what kind of gun the other guy has and what's it for. And this other guy has two guns and I was just like, what am I getting into?
Yeah,
like,
it's supposed to be a love story.
Yeah.
I think the cat wants out. Sorry to cut you off there.
He does have a cat door.
Oh, right. Never mind.
Yeah, he'll be okay. Yeah. So, anyways, it's a great book. I got like 2.5 chapters in, but my eyes were all like, ugh. Like, what are you doing reading?
It's that blue light lamp. I'm telling you.
Okay.
That LED blue light. It's the worst for your eyes.
Yeah.
Blue light.
So, anyways, it's a great book if you got the chance to read it. I'm more of a like audiobook kind of gal, because I don't take the time to read, but I listen to a ton of podcasts, and it used to just be music all the time, but now it's like I love podcasts, and I'm a comedy gal, so most of the stuff that I listen to is either comedy or self-help stuff, like spiritual awareness or health stuff, or anything like that I'm interested in. That's what I was
going to say was that, like, I don't think it's not necessarily that you're not a reader. It's just that you're also into a lot of other things, And
if I smoke weed,
right,
I have to go back over the same sentence a bunch of times because I'll just be thinking, and I won't be able to concentrate on the book. So I'll just smoke some weed right now.
There you go. Then we'll be able to concentrate on the podcast. It's even better.
You guys love it. Okay, we're back. I'm back. I'm back.
I'm back.
Yeah, so here we are. And this is my hair. And I'm not distracted at all now.
You want to do a Would You Rather?
Oh, I do. Hey, Jason, do you want to do a Would You Rather?
Sure. I'll let you pick a number between 15 and 48.
46.
Oh, shit. Oh, wait, there's no 46.
Okay. Bingo.
Apparently not all the numbers are here.
Go fish.
How about 47?
Nope. Let's go for 38.
All right.
Am I going to regret this and go back to 47?
No, it's kind of sort of on point a little bit. Okay. Would you rather be a famous artist or a famous athlete?
Oh, geez. Right on the nose, this one, hey? Famous artist.
There's no AI for athlete so far. Famous artist?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like famous athletes, you're only good for the time that you're good, and if you get injured or whatever, then that's it.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's really stressful and grueling and all of that. Famous artist, like, look at Picasso. He's like more famous now than he ever was before. Van Gogh is like infamous now.
After. I mean, there's plenty of famous athletes that are still famous after they're dead. But, but they also had to work their ass off and beat their bodies up. And I guess
artist opens up to like musician or actor.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
maybe too.
Technically, it could be filmmaker if you're hardcore enough with your films.
If it's artsy enough, if you made it into the film festival.
If you're Woody Allen or some perverted guy like that,
No perverts, come on. Gross.
Oh, okay, fine.
Gross.
So I think we're on the same page. I'd do the same thing.
You wouldn't want any perverts on yours either.
No, no perverts.
Hold the perverts, please, but not like that.
I'm the only... Well, like, perverts with consent.
I think consensual, like, consensual perverts.
Yeah. Like a...
Consensual perversion?
Like a... What was that? There's a SNL...
There's your shirt.
What was it?
Consensual perversion.
Consensual perversion. That's like a goth version.
It's my new music group.
It almost sounds like a company policy that still is okay with some perversion.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as it's consensual.
Yeah, as long as it's consensual
and it's
perversion,
not affecting anybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And on your break, your coffee break.
Yeah.
Not during work
not
time.
on company time.
Yeah, exactly.
Consensual perversion.
Yeah, I mean, famous artist sounds way more fun. I mean, athletes have a lot of fun, I think, too, in the off seasons. But famous artists can do all that same fun stuff. They could go golfing in the off season and banging whores on an island if they want.
I didn't think of that.
What?
I could have been a horse jumping athlete.
Oh, see?
I could have been Ian Miller or something.
Yeah. But I mean, but you could also be a famous artist who, on the side, competes at a famous level athletically.
I bet you're going to go on the pervert one. I'm kind of disappointed you didn't go there, but that's
Jumping
okay.
perverts.
That's fine. We should probably just wrap this up now because I'm so sad.
So sad, disappointed in my lack of humor.
Consensual perversion.
It
reminds me of like
I'm not doing that.
a Prince. Sounds like a Prince album.
Consensual perversion. I like it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You're really good at those sounds. Salty's a little concerned. Should we pan over and see?
Anytime you're doing Prince, you got to do that kind of, Hey, oh, ah.
Ooh, ooh.
Oh, that's getting to a little James Brown.
Salty's.
It's a fine line between Prince and James Brown, right?
Salty's reaction. Grunts. There you go. If you're on the YouTubes, you got to see Salty come over and be concerned. He's like, I don't know if Daddy's having trouble on the toilet. Like, what are these sounds?
Okay, but it's okay.
He's okay now. He's all better. He's all better now.
Yay! On that note,
maybe one more. Would you rather?
Consensual. You don't want to end on consensual perversion?
Oh, I mean, who doesn't? Whoops! Shoot! I lost my straw.
Oh, that'll happen. That's what she said. Okay, so here you go.
Why are the straws shorter than the freaking cup? That's dumb.
Yeah, that's weird.
Then maybe it's not for this one. Yours is okay?
Yeah, mine's not.
Okay.
Mine's fine. You need the stripy straw. That's your problem. You need the red stripy straw.
Yeah.
That one used to be red. So here you go. Here's another sort of related. Would you rather?
Oh, shoot.
Would you rather be able to control fire or water? Control fire. Control water. Sploosh.
I think if you could, I'm going to say water.
Okay.
Because you can control fire if you've got water. If you can control the water.
You could put fire out.
Yeah.
But you can't control the fire as far as like,
I could smother the shit out of it.
Yeah. But you can't like
or confine
throw it around and.
Why would I want to throw fire around?
Why wouldn't you want to throw fire
You've
around?
been playing Magic too much,
you're
Jason.
able to.
Are you playing your red deck?
Why would you want to throw water around? Oh, to put out fires.
To grow plants.
Okay. That's. That goes back to my everyday superheroes script. I want to add that in there now. It's like somebody that can control the weather or whatever to garden their plants, to water their plants in when they garden.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I'm not going to make it home on the ferry.
That's
I
great.
better throw a little over the garden. Anyways.
But with controlling fire, you can, get rid of the slugs
I don't think.
in your garden.
I think that just slugs will just go deeper. They don't even care.
They just like run for the
Eggs, they just hatch.
They run
and
from
like,
the fire.
"Eh."
Yeah. It's finally warm out. Hatch.
Yep.
All right.
Not
All
that
right.
there'd be anything to eat, and then they'd starve. So it's a sad way to end the story. Okay. What would you do?
I'm really trying to
You
think.
wanted to do fire?
Well,
because you're all destructive.
water is fun also and practical, and then I can like surf my own waves. Kind of
Totally,
thing.
man. You could surf
like an infinite
rain
wave,
waves.
Exactly. Yeah. Man, dude, man.
But then what if the
But
air
then
melons
fire
came?
is also fun, just to be able to like, and be able to do like fireballs and, but the practicality of it,
Burning down villages and
right.
forests.
Like I can't hit anybody else with it. I'd have to like, hey, hold this fireproof shield, and I'm going to hit you with this fireball. It's really fun, which would be awesome, right?
No.
Oh, that's so much fun. Come on, But then the same thing would be like, hey, hold this shield so I can blast this water at you, which is also still fun.
Or unless you're getting the non-consensual perverts.
Right.
Are you burning down Epstein Island, or what's going on here?
Well, you could also drown that too, right? If you're controlling the water, it almost seems easier.
Yeah, but I'd rather
It's surrounded
crisp
by
it up
water.
so there's nothing left.
And then it looks like an accident.
Yeah, but
right?
ugh.
The
I wouldn't want them in my
just
water
happened
source.
to fall into the ocean
Or into
and burn.
Well, maybe you could have them go into the lava pits.
So okay, control lava. If I can control fire,
That's
can
fire.
I control the fire in Earth's magma?
It's fire.
Shelf mantle thing,
right? It's just
that seems dangerous power for me to have.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know why I don't want that.
Just sneeze and just whoops,
Yeah,
liquefy
for
some
sure.
rocks.
Yeah.
Trip over something. Son of a.
Yeah. Somebody will like, oh yeah, I bet you can't do that. Oh yeah.
What would be like a good way to use that power? Like, maybe they're like building a road and you need to like flatten out a rock area. You're like, just come along. You just like pull your sunglasses down like CSI style.
Cyclops.
Like CSI and like
CSIclops.
You know.
CSIclops.
There's our next show.
Yay!
Boom. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna let you guys.
Note,
we're gonna let you guys go because
you're fixing roads with your heat vision?
I was rather than blasting, you could just like
rather than using a torch.
You just like torch. You could just lava that out of the way. But no.
I like it. There's lots of ammo for my everyday superheroes series. So that's perfect. CSIclops.
Oh my god. Okay.
It was like wow. Blast.
Yeah, I wish I could remember the sound that it makes every time it pulls the sunglasses down at the beginning of the show.
Because it's the beginning of the Who song. Yeah.
Yep.
We might not be able to play.
We'll play 6 seconds of it. We'll have to do a pun right before.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right, you guys. Well, if there's any new shows you're watching, let us know. I know it's kind of off topic, but we started another one, but we're not going to talk about it till next time.
Yeah, we're going to caught up a little bit more on it.
And
I started watching a couple others. There's one Reboot. It's really good. They only did one season, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's Johnny Knoxville and Keegan Michael Key. And
okay.
Can't remember her name ever. I got to look that woman
Well,
up.
if you keep saying it like that, you'll never remember.
That's a good point. Yeah, I'll manifest that.
I'm struggling to remember her name at this moment.
Oh, there you
go.
But
it'll come to me. Because it's getting easier to remember all the time.
Yay!
Soften it.
There you go. See, just change your word habit sometimes.
It's yeah.
Yay!
Abraham Hicks it out if you don't have,
looking rough
somebody to bounce it off of. Yeah. Saw that fucking moonshine the other day.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
His feelings erupted onto his face.
Dried up all my pores. What was that? What'd you say?
I said his feelings erupted onto his face. Okay.
Anyways, on that note.
So make yourself Orange Julius if you want to, now that you know how. And check out Oriane Lee's book.
The Geography of Belonging.
It's fantastic.
Available where
I think the new cover is like this part. It's we'll
find a link or something. We'll do something.
Yeah, it's great. I'm enjoying it, and you don't have to be a horse nut to enjoy it.
That's the biggest thing about it, right? It's a love story.
Yeah,
technically, right?
Yeah, she's a great writer. Yeah. It's like for me, it's really paints a picture in your head and puts you there. But so it does. Like
she's an artist.
You don't get bogged down in the details. I like the way she sort of just lets something go and then starts into what really matters out of the situation. And she asks some really cool, profound questions, because she's in a different continent with a whole new group of people.
Whole new perspective and everything, probably. Hey? Yeah.
Can't wait to read more.
Yay! All right, let's get to it.
Okay, you guys. Thanks for joining us. And check us out on the socials if you want to share us around. Little bit of pressure to share us around. Thanks for sticking with us to the end.
Yeah, everybody that comments and supports.
Really appreciate you guys.
Hobnobbing.
And
she's awesome.
Yeah, it's been
thanks for the
wild ride.
I'll put a picture of the little pic that she sent us.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Great. The little meme. We're gonna put it right here.
Yeah. Oh, all right there. And
that's so cute. I love that she customized it. Yeah. Anyways, if you're on YouTube, you saw it. If not, maybe Jason will put a short up that shows it.
Just go check out YouTube.
And check out YouTube and like it and comment, rate us 5 stars because we're 5-star people. God damn it!
I'm a 5-star man. I was a 5-star man. Always sunny.
If you're having some troubles, stick with it. Do what you got to do to get through. We're here for you. Reach out if you need to. And therapy or moonshine or soft puppy sniffs on your butt cheeks, apparently. I guess I've been to the farm too many times in these pants. That's what I tell myself. Sorry, go ahead. Love your pets for us.
Yay.
Because we love them.
When I'm going through difficulties with a project, that's sort of what I tell myself is when I hear about other people who have made projects and gone through all the rigmarole and everything, all their stories and stuff, and then they made it, I just consider it, that's just going to be part of the story. Everybody has to go through it. So now I'm going through it. means I'm doing it. I'm literally going ahead and doing
You're
it.
on your way.
You know, yeah.
You're making it happen every day. Working a little more towards your goals. Get your art out. The world needs your art. Even if it's not very good like my song. It doesn't even rhyme.
As a burn.
Oh, shit. No, I should have. I should have been like...
Yeah.
I won't read it, you know, because it's not on paper, and you better print it off, because,
Well, and that's the other thing, too, is, like, when I hear other famous people...
Oh, no, we're not going to get to it again, though. No. Why did I dig it up? Cut that. So other people, you're saying?
I can't cut that out of my brain, though. Like, other famous people that I hear talk about stuff that they're into and projects that they're doing or whatever, their family literally doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like, and not in a
like
slight or a dick way.
Yeah, they're doing their thing.
They're just doing their own thing, and they just like, yeah, great, have fun with that. You know? So I also go on that. I was like, cool. You don't need that. You know, I don't.
You need that. You need that. I think that's where you need, like, camaraderie, like, that we're, you know, like, the people that you work with, right? You wind up with good camaraderie with them, like Conan. Like, Conan's wife's like, yeah, whatever, babe, go do your thing, and we'll see you when you get home and do your thing.
Yeah.
And that's why you wind up with, like, as you move along with a team, but until you get a team built, and you don't really have the buddies from before that you could, like, bounce off of, because you live way far away, you can't hang out and... It's
not the same over Zoom kind of deal.
Yeah, you can't hang out and riff about stuff or just share your stuff. And yeah, it's vulnerable being around new people and getting excited about it. But
and my buddies aren't exactly on Facebook they're on Facebook, but they're not like everyday sharer, looking at stuff kind of people either.
Yeah,
you know, so it's not like all the time can just be, hey, what about this and what about that? And, you know, and that's what I was gonna say is like Conan, he writes bits at night or as he thinks of him, sitting there taking a dump in the morning or whatever, and then goes into work.
Yeah,
pitches them to the people, and they're like, oh, and then they work on them, they riff on them. You know, so that's the thing is like. It just
or the barista or
I never thought that I would miss that, I guess. Yeah. And maybe part of me is. So
yeah, for sure.
You know. Yeah.
So reach out if you guys want to jam down with Jason.
That's the new podcast.
And support
Jam down with Jason.
Yeah, support his artsy tendencies.
So I'm gonna post the pictures on Facebook. I wasn't yet. I posted them on my production page. I'm with Hobo.
Don't give them any shit about them being AI, because we explained why, and we love you guys, and we're looking forward to your.
I love artists very much. I try to share, you know, and I shouldn't say all the time, but I definitely do share sometimes their stuff and.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, people that I know and love that are artists and.
The ones that he doesn't love, he doesn't share yours.
Definitely not.
So it's personal.
Fuck those guys.
And he's got a list.
It's growing.
Anyway. He noticed that you didn't hit the like box.
Back to the list.
But no pressure. If you want to like and share.
No pressure.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Your support really does mean more than you could imagine, as we've just vulnerabilized to you.
Nice wording.
It's not a word.
That's not anything.
Yeah, just being raw and wriggling like we normally are.
Yeah.
Love you guys, and if you want us to cheer you on about your artsy fartsy stuff, show us.
Let us know,
and we'll cheer you on
for sure.
Because we love you, and no matter where your art goes, it's for you, right? Yay. Like you get it out there, and it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, because if you made it, it's fucking awesome, and I'm proud of you.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And we love you.
Yay! I love you.
Awkward.
Uh-oh, time to go.
Don't like the moonshine breath, but I do love you too,
that was
Jason.
Like 2 days ago.
Yes, I know, right?
Whatever that was, you know.
They were really cute little bottles. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, we better go edit this, and by we I mean Jason. So if you get on that, everybody can watch.
We'll teach you how today.
Fuck no.
You know, and really take the time to do that now.
Yeah, and I'll teach you how to cook healthy, and because you care about that and want to do that.
Deal.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes.
You make awesome Caesar salads and grilled chicken.
I don't know if it's healthy, but
baked chicken.
not healthy, right?
Healthy is relative.
Because there's no mayo.
It's delicious.
Or creaminess in it. It's just oil,
it's
olive
from
oil.
Scratch.
Yeah, exactly.
Scratches
My
from
mama's recipe.
From under cheese. No, I don't like that you said my mama's recipe just as I was saying from under cheese.
Exactly, yeah.
No, that's something you added on your own.
Brenda's pissed now.
She's like, it was Parmesan, actually.
Yeah, no.
Don't be gross, Jason.
Don't be gross. Me! Why would you marry a gross
person like Bobby?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the big nostrils. He loves them. Oh, I kind of look like the alien now.
Totally. Exactly like the alien.
Nah, I don't know. Not really.
Like the alien?
Like the
From Aliens?
No.
Oh.
Okay, well, long goodbye.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Yay! I'll push my button.
Salty sends his kisses, and the bird says, "Rah-rah!" See you next week.
Look at my awesome hair.
Wrapping it up in a nice little bow. I really hope you liked all of our stories. We don't really have an outro yet. We hope we didn't cause too many bories. That's when you get bored and you're like, fuck this, and you space out and you look over there. You don't want to quit listening 'cause you love us and you're putting up with our shenanigans.